Today on Real Talk, clearing up some misnomers in the real estate industry with the game of fact or fiction. Today we have the wonderful Marty Staz. Thanks for coming on, Marty.
My pleasure. Glad to be here.
So we've got something a little bit different for you today. We've got a few questions, frequently asked questions, or things that are unclear kind of in the real estate industry from the consumer standpoint. So I'm just going to head right into it. I've got some fact or fiction questions.
Okay.
Number one, a cash offer means that the buyer is paying in cash.
I always like it when an agent tells me that one because is he going to pay me in ponies or is he going to pay me in goats? But a cash offer is a good thing because it basically means that the bank isn't involved. The buyer doesn't have to get a mortgage. It means you most likely won't have a financing condition in most cases. So it's typically a safer offer than one that where the buyer needs financing.
And I think there's a little bit of confusion there when you're talking realtor to realtor. Cash offer, I thought, meant like just no conditions, no inspection, no home sale. Number two, as a buyer, you don't pay commission.
Most of the time, no. But when you sign a buyer representation agreement, there is a clause in there that guarantees a certain percentage rate for your buying realtor. If for some reason that on the transaction it doesn't come up to that number, then technically the buyer is liable for the difference in that number. Not always upheld, so in most cases, yes, the buyer doesn't pay commission.
Buyer doesn't pay commission, but realistically it is baked into that sale price.
Yes, it is.
Number three, when there are multiple offers, the seller must accept the best offer.
Absolutely not. No, happens all the time, especially in the market we're seeing now where there's transitioning from multiple offers to no multiple offers. A buyer has to accept an offer that they're satisfied with.
Okay, next, when buyers walk away from a firm and binding transaction, the sellers automatically keep the deposit.
Oh, that's a good one. And number one, get your lawyers involved when that one happens. Typically what happens is because the deposit is held by the selling brokerage, they have to get direction, and usually from the seller's lawyer or sometimes the buyer's lawyer as to what to do with that deposit. In a lot of cases, yes, you will get to keep that, but talk to your lawyer.
It's not as simple as, yes, it goes to you immediately.
Exactly.
Next, realtors have access to a secret database of listings. We hear this one a lot.
I wish.
Yeah.
If we had a secret database of listings, then we'd want them on the market.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way you're going to sell it for top dollar.
Next, if the home I'm trying to buy doesn't appraise for the purchase value, I can simply walk away from the deal.
Yes, you can, as long as you have a condition in your offer to purchase that says that if the deal does not meet your expectations for financing, then yes, you can walk away. If you don't have that financing condition in there, you're bound to it.
Awesome. Okay, I've got two more for you. I just moved into my new home and the stove doesn't work. So because it's after closing date, I'm stuck with the problem.
No. If your buying agent is on the ball and protecting you, he will have a clause in the agreement that says that all fixtures and chattels will be working up to and including closing day. Basically what that means is if you move in and your stove doesn't work, the seller would have known that it didn't work on closing day.
Yes.
And they're liable to make sure that it works after the fact.
And best practice is to try to get there, do your revisit a day or two before.
That's right.
And test all the appliances.
Test everything.
Exactly. Okay, last one for you here. My agent told me my appliances are chattels, so that means I can take them with me when I move out.
So back in the day, you used to do that, and I'm talking many years ago, even before my time. But yes, anything that is attached to your house. So what I always say to my clients, if you took your house and turned it upside down and it stayed with the house, it didn't fall to the bottom, that's a fixture because it's attached to the house. A fridge, a stove, a dishwasher, they're not physically attached to the house, they're basically plugged in. So look to your inclusions in your agreement of purchase and sale. And as long as they're all in the inclusions, then yes, they stay. No, you can't take them with you.
Great answers, many great answers. Thank you very much, Marty, for coming on.
My pleasure, great time, thank you.
Awesome.